Hey guys, Ranger Collector 62492 here with another video, and well, today's not a review. I'll do a review soon on some things, but I want to talk about this fan film I just watched. It's only maybe a day old. I think it came on last night. I ran across it through David Fielding. He actually is in the film. Like, not physically, voice-wise, he plays the voice of King Mondo. But, Zordon and Eltar. Okay, so I wasn't really going to, jump into this as much as I am now, because I usually don't like to sit there and talk about things that aren't really Power Ranger, or actually in the Power Ranger universe. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about this because there's a part of me that thinks that this film should be canon to the Power Ranger universe. Like, I'm saying, I could sit here, watch this film, and immediately afterwards watch the TV show all the way through, like all 20 seasons, and say, hey, Zordon of Eltar is what started it all. I could sit there and say that for some reason. But what I like to say first is, of course, this is a fan film. It's made by fans for fans and shows a lot of dedication to sit there and make a film, of course. It's a 50-minute movie, and I almost felt like this movie was like a 20-minute episode. It went by so fast, it almost didn't even feel like it could have been a movie. So, and I was left wanting to see more, of course. One thing I really enjoyed about it is how well that they put all kinds of Power Rangers lore inside the film. Of course, the whole movie is about the origins of Zordon. That's what the title's about. And of course you see, familiar characters like Rita. You get her origins, of course, and exactly why she became Rita Repulsa. You get to see how she, came across Goldar and Scorpina, and of course you have Divatox. You just have everybody in this. Just, at least with the Zordon era, you see everybody. And the best way to compare this, and this is not an insult, because I know a lot of people are going to sit there and go, what? Really? Part of me felt like that this was sort of like a prequel of, like the Star Wars prequels. You see what I mean? So, while you have the action side, the original trilogy of Star Wars, there's the political and, terroristic side of the original, or not the original, of the prequels. Which, in the Star Wars prequels, there was councils and, people were sitting there debating what to do and not do as far as trying to protect people. And, that's in here. That's in this as far as Zordon being the voice of reason. He's a legend around Eltar. So, and I know that I really am probably dwelling too much into this just because I'm such a big fan of Power Rangers, but it's just the way that they executed this. It was really well put together as far as like putting all kinds of Power Rangers lore together. For instance, they mentioned they mentioned Triphoria, for God's sakes, and that's such a small detail, because Triphoria was just, in Zeo was basically, hey, Gold Ranger, bye. There you go. So, but yeah, they also mention, God, I keep forgetting the name of the planet from, it's Phaedos. They mention Phaedos, they mention, of course, Eltar, they mention Marinoi, they mention, there's some Masked Rider crap going on in this too. I'm not a big fan of Masked Rider, but I did recognize who the people were. There were some very subtle things talking about how, Edenoi, there you go. Just out of the top of my head, I mention it. Okay, anyway, Edenoi is mentioned because I guess people from Edenoi are a part of the council as far as being able to bring everyone together to decide what to do against a terroristic threat that is Rita Repulsa. We also got not Divatox. You got Demetria. You got Larigo. You have Dulcea from the movie, which is actually pretty cool that they mentioned or tried to do like incorporate the Power Ranger movie, because that movie's non-canon to the TV show, and I know a lot of people will sit there and notice that as like a little like interesting fact, but it's not canon in any way to the TV show, and I love how they actually try to bring that together, because there are a few things. First off, Dulcea's in the damn film, and then you have them mention Ivan. They literally sit there and say, like, I haven't seen anything this bad since Ivan attacked such and such. I'm just like, okay, so now we're bringing in the movie. So every bit of anything that has to involve the Zordon era as far as Power Rangers goes, you have basically every villain. You have Rita, Goldar, Scorpina, Elgar, Divatox, King Mondo. There's nothing in space related, because, you know, I don't even... Yeah, Andros and Corone weren't even born yet at that time. Anyway, the point is I just love this fan film. I've never been excited about a fan film before, and it left me wanting to see more. So the guys that made the film, really well done, and I look forward to seeing more, especially since that ending left on a cliffhanger. But yeah, and also something that some people should know, if you guys are going into this movie, it's tied in with the fan film Teenagers with Attitude. So at the end, when all hell breaks loose as far as, you know, the origins of Rita and Zordon, the climax, it ends on a, you know, story basically being told by Zordon to the Rangers. So for those of you that haven't seen Teenagers with Attitude, go see that first and then watch this, because it does, you know, tie in with each other. And there's apparently going to be a continuation or a finale to this, and just look out for it, because I think there's going to be some very interesting Tommy things being done, maybe. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw that dragon coin, I was like, okay, bring it on. I'm probably going to have to wait a couple of years, but bring it. So, if anything I'm saying, this is going to hold me off until the new Power Ranger movie. And most likely I'm going to sit there, and after I see the actual Power Ranger movie in a couple of years, I'm going to say, okay, Zordon of Eltar did it better. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I just want to let you guys know what I thought about this film, just because I like to actually encourage people to, you know, actually make things that inspired them to actually imagine something like this up. It's amazing. So you keep the power alive, guys. Just make fan films. That's all you should do. If you guys are thinking about doing one, do it. I've even thought about making one, but unfortunately I'm very poor. I'm looking at my collection. Yeah, I'm poor. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.